You can save a lot of time in this project by planning ahead what you want to do with your remix. Our model for this project is Kutilman's fantastic website www.throughyou.com. Go to this website and have a look at the 7 remixes he's made there. He's downloaded lots of individual videos off YouTube. He's remixed the music to make new, original and exciting work. Have a think about how you did it and then see how this website might help you do it yourself. On this website, the videos are mostly going to deal with editing the audio. In Kutilman's projects, he really thinks a lot about cutting the video in and doing clever things with mixing the video together. But in this website, we're mostly thinking about the music. We are going to make a video at the end of the project, but our principal concern is the music. Now, when we're looking for different bits of music on YouTube, it's good to know exactly what we're going to do with them. So, we're not looking for whole pieces of music to remix, we're looking for individual loops. And while you might watch videos of people performing whole pieces of music, we're just going to be finding little bits to cut out. For instance, this is quite a long drum recording, or part of a long drum recording here.
But I still...
What we might like to do is just take one bar of that, say this highlighted portion here. And we cut that away. That gives us a much smaller section. Now, once we start remixing with that, it's much easier to keep all our different bits of music in time with one another if we're working with small loops of music. So on its own, it sounds like this. But the idea with a loop is that a loop goes around and around. So if we take that little bit of music and then we repeat it over and over again, we loop it, it sounds like this. It's not just the tempo that we can keep together when we loop music. If we're really clever, we might be able to work out what key individual things are and make pitched instruments fit together better too. So our main plan is to keep it simple. To start off with, I suggest that you'll plan just to have 4 layers. You can add to these later on, but it'll save you a lot of frustration and a lot of time wasting if you can just carefully plan 4 layers. You'll fit these 4 layers together like this. You'll have a main riff. You'll have a secondary riff. Underneath that, you're going to have a bass line. And last but not least, you'll have drum beats or some kind of unpitched percussion. Now, unpitched percussion is important because we need to think about how these instruments are going to fit together in the space that we're listening to them in. So if you imagine pitch from high to low, the bass line is going to be at the bottom. We need to plan the secondary riff to go somewhere in the middle and the main riff to go somewhere on top. If each of them has their own space and their own individual sound, they won't go over the top of one another. And drum beats, well, they don't have pitch, they're unpitched, so we can put those in without worrying about them going on top of one another. To give you an example of what it sounds like, if you get 2 riffs or 2 loops that sound very similar and put them on top of each other, have a listen to this guitar riff. Now compare it to this one, which is very similar. Now if I put them on top of each other, I get this mess. So what we're going to do is we're going to just keep it simple. We're going to have a look on YouTube, and you should jump on YouTube as soon as you've finished having a look at what Kutilman did and watching this video, and have a look for a couple of simple riffs, one high, one somewhere in the middle, a bass line sound, and some drum beats. In the next video, you're going to learn how to get this stuff off YouTube so you can start remixing it.